Hello viewers, we are here at the Shieldhall test center again, and we're going to do another test route. If you can like and subscribe to our channel, that will be a great help. I'm going to start my route. I'm parked up on the right side of the road, so I'm going to start from here. Let's get ready. Let's go for the action. So I'm going to check from the right side, no pedestrian, mirror is all clear. Checking interior mirror, left door mirror, over the left shoulder, there is nobody there. So just one more final check. There is nobody there, nobody coming from ahead. I'm going to move off. So one final last saver check just in case if any cyclist I missed. Quick glancing at the mirrors. There's a car turning in the middle of the road, so I'm going to go with caution. We are going to pass the Shieldhall test center on our left as shared just now, and then we're going to follow the road to the left. So at this point I'm checking mirrors positioning, tucking myself with the curb, easing on the brake, going slow. There's a vehicle parked, so just gonna go with caution, checking if nobody's coming, then I'm gonna go. Quick glancing mirror, coming back onto the left side. At the end of the road we are going to turn left. So at this point I'm checking my mirrors, indicating left, early vision, early decision. So I can't see anybody coming from the right, so we're going to follow the road to the left. Checking mirrors again. Checking mirrors, new road, new mirrors. At the roundabout we're going to go left, first exit. We're following sign for city center. Now there is a broken down lorry in the left lane, so I would need to keep the right position. At this point I'm checking mirrors, slightly positioning right, tucking myself, checking mirrors, indicating because of the broken down car we would need to go from the wrong side. But of course this is a roundabout, we need to check right nice and early. So I think the recovery truck is gonna reverse back maybe. Well, to pick up this car on our left. There's a learner car in front of us, so he's waiting for the people on the right. So people on the right at any roundabout have got priority. So there's a white car coming. After this white car I'm gonna go. There's no further cars. Just checking my mirrors, positioning myself to the left of the left lane. Quick glancing at the mirrors. So that was me following signs for city center, and because of the broken down car and the pickup lorry, we had to do it from the right lane. Right lane is not to turn left, but in that occasion, because of the restriction, the hazard on the left, you have to do it. Now quick glancing, progressing 28. There's a traffic light coming up, and we're going to ease on the brake. On this board it says Clyde tunnel ahead. City center was pointing this way, so we are going to keep this lane just now, and we're going to keep in this direction. Quick glance at the mirrors. So in the test, examiners can ask you to follow the sat nav or follow the road signs, and they can give you verbal instructions as well. Mirror check, ease on the brake, first gear dropping down and stopping, handbrake on, neutral. So as I was saying, in the exam, examiners can ask you to follow the sat nav, follow the signs, and they can give you verbal instructions as well. So or they can mix the three, or they can give you verbal instructions to start off or towards the end, and then they can ask you to follow the sat nav, or coming out of the test center they can ask you to follow the signs. So you should be able to follow the signs, paying attention to the signs, and of course you should be able to follow the sat nav as well. Light is still red, and there's a long queue behind me as well, so just waiting for it to turn green. Just now the green man is on the left hand side, so that means very shortly we might have a green light shortly. So that's the green light. Checking mirrors, moving off. Quick glance at the mirrors again. Checking mirrors, keeping in the left lane. Further down at the roundabout, we are still following the signs for city center. Now, first sign is coming up. On this sign, Edinburgh Kilmarnock city centre is showing ahead, and 1, 2 and 3rd exit. And on this sign is saying Ibrox and Kinning Park. Kinning Park and Ibrox are local, but city centre is further, so it's giving two boards, two directions. So we are going to follow the sign for city centre. Mirror check. Nobody's coming. There is a car coming from the right. And now we're going to move off. It's the 3rd exit we are going to take, keeping the left position. First exit passed, second exit coming up. Mirror check, signal left, hugging the left curb. Mirror check when exiting the roundabout. Indicator off. Further down I can see there are cars parked in the left lane, so I'm going to check mirror, indicate, switch the lane to the right. Going to keep this position as there are more cars parked in the left lane. At the next traffic light I can see there was a van turning right. It's completed its turn. There's one car behind us. Light is still green, and this is a pedestrian crossing. Further down the light is still green as well. This is Shieldhall Road. At this traffic light we are going ahead as well. So we are staying in the right lane because of the parked vehicle. Once the parked vehicles finish, we're going to come back into the left lane. So at this point I'm checking interior left door mirror, starting to drift to the left so I can position in the left lane, and there are parked cars so I don't need to signal. Checking mirrors, keeping the left lane now, and now we're going to follow the sign for Ibrox. Quick glancing mirror, and on this board Ibrox is ahead, second exit. So at this point I'm going to check mirrors, ease on the brake, clutch down, dropping down to second gear, early vision, early decision. Nobody coming from the right towards us, so just going to keep the left lane. At this point I'm going to check mirrors, indicate, keeping to the left lane, exiting the roundabout with the mirror check. Next roundabout we're going to go left, first exit. So now we're following sign for Govan, which is on the left, first exit. So at this point I'm going to check mirrors, indicate left, easing on the brake, early vision, early decision, dropping down to second gear, keeping the clutch down, nobody coming towards us. We'll just go to the left, and finishing with a mirror check. Quick glancing at the mirrors, third gear. Further down we are going to take the next road on the right, so no more signs to be followed at the moment. keeping slightly away, keeping good clearance with the parked vehicles. So you see the van on the right. Just after that we are turning right, just before that we are turning right, mirror check, indication right, easing on the brake. Oncoming vehicle will wait for them, and after, once I've got safe gap, I will turn right. So after this grey car, I'm going to check mirrors and I'm going to turn right. Checking mirrors, and now we're going to take the first road on the left. So at this point I'm going to check mirrors, indicate, quick glancing mirrors. View is restricted, so I'm going to go with care, keeping this left lane. There are some potholes in the road, so gonna go with care. Follow the road to the right. Keeping my left position while following the road to the right. Now this is a T junction. There's no more road marking over here, so we need to be careful. The next junction we are going ahead, and you can see there is no road marking at all, so that is an unmarked junction. You need to be very careful, checking mirrors, easing on, checking right and left. Nobody's got priority over here, so you need to be going with the care. At the end of this road we are going to turn left, so I'm checking my mirrors, interior left door, indication left, easing on the brake. Right side is clear, nobody's coming. Left is clear, cars parked, vision restricted, so just gonna go with care. End of the road, I'm going to turn right. Checking mirrors, indicator right, easing on the brake, checking right and left. Right side is restricted, so just gonna go with care. There are cars coming from the left, but they're far. Taking reflection as a looking into the reflection if somebody was coming. Checking mirrors, completing turn. At the end of this road we are going to turn right, so just quick glancing mirror, turn left, quick glancing mirrors, signaling left, easing on the brake, checking right, it's all good, and we're gonna go left. Checking mirrors again, keeping in the middle of my lane. At the end of this road we are going to turn right, and then we're going to follow the road. So at this point I'm checking mirrors, easing on the brake, indication right, dropping down to first gear as there's a car coming. Checking left, there are children parked up, children on the cycles. And when we turn right, we're going to finish in the left lane, as that's the standard position of driving. So I'm going to be careful about those children on the cycles, easing on the brake, stopping where I can see the first light. Light has turned, so checking mirrors, moving off, keeping the left lane, checking mirrors, progressing. At the traffic light we are turning right. So at the traffic light we are turning right, there's a bus lane in the middle of the road, so I'm going to check mirror, stick with the right hazard line, and then I'm going to tuck myself in the V filter lane, so cars behind me can go, nobody coming from ahead. So I'm going to complete my turn. On this traffic light there's a V filter light as well. If that is green, then you don't need to stop, you can just go, but make sure that you're tucking yourself in that V filter lane. So checking mirrors, progressing, keeping a safe distance with the cars parked on the left. Third gear. Further down I can see there's a pedestrian crossing, and there was somebody crossing from it, so I'm going to be mentally, I'm prepared to stop if somebody's coming towards the zebra crossing to turn. So just after the zebra crossing we're going to turn right, and then we're going to turn left at the end. So I'm checking mirrors, indicating right, easing on the brake, Clutch down. It's quite a big hump, so we're gonna go with care. Now turning right, if anybody's coming from that direction, I need to stop for them. And at this giveaway, I'm going to turn left, checking mirrors indication, checking both sides. It's all good to go. Checking mirrors. At the end of this road, I'm going to turn right. So this is Brad Street and we are turning onto Lawrence Street. Checking mirrors, and you can see right in front of us there's a one-way street sign. So I'm going to turn on in my left position, and at the end of this road we are turning right, so I'm going to come into the right lane, and from right lane we are going to turn right because this is a one-way street. In one-way streets you turn right from the right position. So checking mirrors, easing on the brake, positioning myself. Now there's a bus stop on the right where we can see reflection because of the parked vehicles. My vision is restricted. On the left hand side there are shops and we can see a little bit better on the left, but I can see there's a reflection coming in the car, so that means that there is a car coming. The lights were reflecting, so I'm going to edge forward a little bit to have a little bit better view, keeping the signal on. There are further cars coming, and there's a motorcycle coming from the left. The car is quite far, so I'm just going to commit now. Keeping the middle position in this lane. This is Paisley Road West. Guy crossing, so I check my mirrors. There's a van parked in the left. I'm going to keep the right position at this point. Quick glancing mirrors. Quick glancing mirrors to come back. A little bit tucking myself to the left as there was a big bus parked on to the right. And just further down we're taking the next road on the right. So checking mirrors at this point, indication there's again an island in the middle, so I'm going to tuck myself into that. There's a bus coming, so I'm gonna wait for the bus to go. Signal went off, so I'm gonna put it back on again. Bus has passed, nobody coming further. I'm going to turn right. Checking mirrors. And now I'm going to take the first road on the left. So at this point I'm going to check mirrors, indicate left, easing on the brake, checking mirrors. At the end of the road we are going to turn right. So at this point I'm checking mirrors, indicating right. Now this is a totally blind junction as well, so I'm going to pause over here and I'm going to look properly so I can go, because my vision is totally restricted from the left. Checking, there is nobody there, so we're just gonna go now. Checking mirrors, now taking this road on the left. So it was a right and a left. Fairley Street. So at the end of Fairley Street I'm going to turn left. Checking mirrors. Now this is residential street, so I'm going to go a little bit lower speed. Checking mirrors, indicating left, and again the vision is restricted, so I'm gonna pause before the lines, and then I'm going to edge forward. There's no reflection, no nothing. I'm gonna go. Checking mirrors again. New road, new mirrors. There's a big lorry coming up. It's a bin lorry, so just gonna be careful. People are overtaking that bin lorry, so just gonna check mirrors. Further down at the traffic light we are going to turn right. Light has turned, so I'm checking mirrors, indicating right. Now I've got a green light in my direction, so I'm gonna go. That yellow board with a blue sign on it pointing the arrow is telling me where my lane is. So checking mirrors, finishing in the left lane. Further down I can see there's a car parked in my path, so I'm going to check mirrors, indicate right. I'm going to come into the right lane. Early vision, early decision can work on this occasion as well. When you see parked cars, you can see if it's safe, change the lane nice and early instead of waiting for the last minute. So checking mirrors, coming back in the left lane. At this roundabout we're going to follow signs for Clyde Tunnel. You can see the board, it was ahead second exit, so at this point I'm checking mirrors, easing on the brake, clutch down second gear, nobody coming from the right, it's all clear. Keeping my lane, mirror check, indication left, keeping the left lane, checking mirrors again, finishing in the left lane, progressing. There's a car on the right, he's behind us now, still following signs for Clyde Tunnel. So at this point I'm going to check mirrors, ease on the brake, clutch down second gear, looking ahead, checking right. There are some cars coming from the right, but they're not coming towards us, so I'm just going to keep my progress. Mirrors check, signal left, keeping my left lane, checking mirrors for exit, checking mirrors, third gear. Standard position of driving is left lane, so I'm going to keep the left lane at this point. There are plenty cars in the right lane. Sometimes there are parked cars in the left lane. You can do an early vision, early decision, but as long as, like this car on the right is indicating to go right, if there are cars parked, we can change the lane at this point because he's going to go right and wait for oncoming. Further down, I'm going to keep this lane. Now the learner car is turning right, but further down there are cars parked in the left lane and another car turning right, and you can see the cars are swirling. So it's better to keep the left lane as standard, and whenever it's safe and nobody's turning right in the right lane, you can switch to the right lane. So at this point I'm going to check mirror, indicate, letting the black car know that I want to come in the right lane. He's holding his speed, so I'm going to drift into the right lane. Indication off, keeping this lane, checking mirrors again, and further down at the roundabout we are going to go ahead and taking the third exit. There's another car turning right, checking mirrors, slightly position left, check mirrors and come back. So at the next roundabout we're following signs for Clyde Tunnel. So checking mirrors, and Clyde Tunnel is 1, 2, 3 on the right, third exit. So checking mirrors, indicating, easing on the brake, clutch down second gear, early vision, early decision. That's all good. Tucking myself with the right curb, first exit just passed, second one coming up. At this point mirror check, signal left, keeping with the left curb, finishing with a mirror check. Now I can see my road is going to end, so I'm going to check mirror, indicate right, and we need to join the right lane. There's a 40 marker coming up, so after this 40 marker the speed limit is 40. The cars on the main road would be doing 40, so I will need to progress and then join in front of them. Checking mirrors, indication off, another repeater on the right, keeping a safe distance with the car in front. Further down I can see there is a 30 marker coming up, and just after that 30 marker we're following signs for govern. So 30 marker on the floor and on the side as well. Checking mirrors, doing 28. Govern is on the left, so checking mirrors, indicating left, coming into the left lane, checking mirrors, easing on the brake for this bend, There's a red light coming up, so checking mirrors, easing on the brake, and we're going to stop where we can see the tires of tire and tar of the car in front. So checking mirrors and just stopping here. Handbrake on and neutral. So further down, I'm going to turn left. Now the Queen Elizabeth Hospital is on our left. When you turn left, second light, it's left only, and there's no enough time for people to come back into the right lane. So it's left only and you can't go ahead with it. So it's good to plan ahead, and examiners will guide you in that way as well. They will ask you to finish in the right lane. So at the next traffic light, we are turning left, and I'm going to finish in the right lane. So checking mirrors and finishing in the right lane. Checking mirrors. Third gear. Checking mirrors, easing on the brake. It's turning to red. You can see there's a keep clear, so we'll need to keep it clear. Further down, there's no enough gap for us to be fitted into those two stop lines just after the keep clear. So we will stop before the keep clear, keeping enough distance like that. There might be some sometimes there are big lorries coming out of these gates, so if they want to come, they need a lot of space to turn around. So that's why this keep clear is here, so we can keep a little bit back, and they will have enough space to turn onto this road. This is governed road. Light is still red, so I'm going to wait for the light to turn. There's the car behind me is decently away, so checking mirrors, moving off, progressing. Next light is still green. Checking mirrors, just in case if that light turns, I have to stop. Bus is turning. Once the bus is turned, a light is still green, so I'm going to go, keeping this position on the right, as people in the left lane will need space to turn left. Now I can check mirrors and I can position in the middle of this one lane, keeping my speed to around 28-29. There's one car behind me. We're gonna keep this position. Checking mirrors. There's a bend coming up, so I'm going to reduce my speed a little bit, staying off the gas, following the bend, checking mirrors. On the bends, you should just reduce your speed a little bit, so you have got better control of the vehicle. Now checking mirrors and gradually increasing my speed to 28-29. So further down, after the bus stop, we are going to turn left, so I'm going to keep the left position with a mirror check. So taking the next road on the left, so at this point I'm going to check mirrors, indicate left, easing on the brake, dropping down to second, off the clutch, keeping in the middle of the lane, checking mirrors again. So thank you very much for watching. I hope it was informative for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. We're passing the test center on our right. So usually what happens is, at this point when you follow the road to the right, they ask you to turn right as well. So that's the test center on your right, and we're going to go further and then park up. Thanks, and don't forget to like and subscribe.